Okay, those are going.
Yeah.
OBS is going. Oh, we should probably turn these on. Bada bing, bada boom. Tell me if your headphones are working.
Yeah, they're probably not. Maybe. Anyway, so look, here's the
Bunk-ass
deal.
cables.
We're going to be looking at a calendar here, okay? Me and Matt are going to come to a decision.
Yeah, I can get rid of this too.
Yep. Greg, we got you taken care of, bro.
You're all set, bro. Patreon, live. For anybody that doesn't know, we have a Patreon. The link is in the description. For real, I promise it's down there because it's actually live now. And we have 2 episodes up over there as of right now.
As of right now.
I need to send the other ones. I should probably send the other ones to Ronnie now that it's live. Yes. So we're going to get right on that. So anyways, let's pencil that in.
Okay.
Let's pencil that in for now.
28th of May, we're going to be going live right here on 307 Reacts. And here's the deal, guys. We're going to do something special.
Oh, is this the one we're going to do?
The one.
Okay. You do not want to miss this. You do not want to miss this.
We were just talking about headphone amp stuff. We have some headphone. We got a graveyard of headphones over here, okay? We have a mic that needs replaced. We have...
almost every cable at this point in our studio could use to be replaced. Like, these cables are okay because they don't move very much, but like all of our extension cables that we run our headphones to our input, all of our wiring, the back end wiring for our table over here. The microphones itself, we have a microphone graveyard at this point. I think there's 2 or 3 microphones in there at this point. So headphone graveyard, headphones. Oh my god, dude.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'd say
6. We have 6 headphones that just meh.
You don't really want to use any of them. A couple of them you can't use.
A couple of them you can't use. I mean, it's like fuzzy and not good. So,
anyways,
here's the deal. We're going to be going live on the 28th. And if we raise, okay, I'm going to up it just a little bit. If we raise $1,500.
Okay. All right. He wants to keep the beard. That's why.
I will shave my beard. All right. Here's the deal. Now, we only have 2 hours to do it. We're going to be going live at, well, I guess a little longer than that. We'll be going live at 9:30 or 10, okay?
Yeah.
Mountain Standard Time, and we will be going till noon. Also Mountain Standard Time.
Yes.
And if we can raise $1,500, I'll shave my beard, come on camera, and all of a sudden you'll have a 12-year-old running the channel again.
I've never even seen him without his beard, so
it's been a very long time.
It's going to be amazing.
But I will put my beard on the line to raise money for equipment, okay?
And that's what it's for. We're going live to try and raise some money for new equipment in here because we're getting to that point. It's time.
If you guys don't have, you could either use Facebook Pay or you could use
PayPal.
But here's the thing. We highly suggest when you guys make donations during our lives using the PayPal. It works easier for everybody involved. The YouTube is okay. If you guys just want to donate through YouTube, that's fine.
That is fine. It's not like we're trying to get you not to do that. You are more than welcome to donate through YouTube. That's fine.
We just prefer the other way around because then we can actually take our full cut of that.
Our tax dollars work better on the other platforms.
Our tax dollars work very much better on the other platforms.
So that's why we encourage the other platforms, but again, you don't have to, it's not required. So if you have it, try and use it. If not, so we're going live May 28th.
So speaking of the system, donate on PayPal because fuck the system.
Yeah, that's right.
Alrighty.
The shitstorm is what I call it.
The shitstorm. Today, welcome back.
Hey.
307 Reacts. It was the longest intro you ever seen.
Yep,
huh?
and I'm actually editing this episode, so it doesn't even matter. I'm just going to let the intro fly. Just let it happen. So
we have Tom Macdonald, the system. It's time.
That's it, man.
He's got the blocks out, bro. He's got a doll head sitting there.
And we watched a few seconds of it for our screen cap, like we always do. And there's he's sitting on the corner of some crib or something like that. He's got leather stuff going on here. So all the elements are there for a Tom video, right? So.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, the title kind of, I think, is gonna give us a good idea here. I mean, the system. So here we go. You guys ready? Like, comment, subscribe. If you'd like to, head on over to our Patreon and subscribe there as well. Yes. That shit is up and rolling.
And it is $5 for those of you who saw our post a while back. We were like, hey, 15 or 20. You're like,
$5.
$5.
$5 a month gets you access to content, and even right now, there's exclusive content on there that will give away exactly pretty much what we're doing at 25,000 subs.
Yes.
So. If there's any incentive there.
Want behind the scenes of me just fucking up. It's on there.
And so here we go. Let's get right into it. Tom Macdonald, the system. Boom.
Let's get it.
Welcome to the world, baby boy. I'll paint you red and white and blue. The indoctrination starts as soon as you come out the womb. Pretty quick, we'll make you stupid with curriculums at school. And if the classroom doesn't do the trick, we'll make you watch the news. Pick your team, right or left. Take the red pill or the blue. You can vote, but even if you win, still everyone will lose. Don't forget to buy designer because Gucci makes you cool. We prioritize material belongings over truth. Get a job that you can't stand so you can buy some cans of food. Go overseas and die.
indoctrination starts when you come out of the womb, man. Like, if you don't learn it in school, that's fine. We'll just teach you.
Pump it on the news.
We'll just teach you it in the news. Like, man. And is there something? Has he ever worn red contacts before?
No,
dude,
not that I've seen.
Those are brutal looking, man.
So I like how he's playing the system.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and he's not wrong. Like, as soon as you're born, you're assigned a social security number.
Oh yeah, you're a label. I mean, you are labeled
from the moment
labeled
you
and tracked.
breathe air.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep. It's true. Everything he's saying is true. You know, like if whatever you're not taught in school, well, we'll kind of just indoctrinate you through the news, and this is just how it's going to happen. We'll just throw
and radio. And,
through all this advertisement, all this public advertisement,
and Gucci and
crazy,
fucking...
and then we'll take your money from you throughout the year and not give any of it back at the end of the year. Let's go.
And if you win, still everyone will lose. Don't forget to buy designer because Gucci makes you cool. We prioritize material belongings over truth. Get a job that you can't stand so you can buy some cans of food. Go overseas and die for freedom. There's some oil we can use. Our democracy exists so that you think that you can choose. But our algorithms make you do what we want you to do. What's the problem? Your depressed society has you confused. We got medication for you that you'll probably abuse. So get married to a lady who also don't have a clue. And pump out a few babies that are just the same as you. Welcome to the system. Everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong.
Violence is a system. Fighting for what everyone believes is right. How is everyone wrong?
Yeah.
That...
And like, look at the imagery, man. Like, just in that thumbnail alone, right there. I mean, look at that, dude. Like, just he's just stepping on all these little babies, you know. Like, it's and he, like you said, he's playing the system as the character that he is, and like, it just the imagery gives you this like, man, it's haunting. It's crazy. Like, you really are.
And it's crazy. Like, he mentioned something about like, I don't remember exactly what it was, but basically the premise was we're going to try to basically cater to women a little bit more just so they'll keep pumping out babies and we can indoctrinate them just like you
right
know?
Yeah, fair enough.
And so, like, if you look at society, like, for instance, when it comes to divorce, typically here's the thing. I've never heard of a woman who gets with a guy, they have a child, and she pays child support. Have you ever seen that? I'm sure it's out there, but...
I'm sure it exists. And, you know, I don't know a whole lot about that you know, thing, that arena. But most of what I've heard, I don't do any research. I just, from what I've heard, my experiences and the people that I know, typically the man is responsible for paying the majority of the child support. Like, that's typical, you know. And what he gets in return is time spent with the children every so often, right? Like, you pay a child support, and then there's some mutual agreement where, you know, it's a
you get like every other weekend. Or
it's not, you get them a certain amount of days out of the month or whatever it is. So that's what I know of it.
So like, why wouldn't they cater to women in that regard? Because there are and I'm telling you, I've seen them admit it on TikTok and Instagram. Well, why wouldn't I go out and get pregnant so I can have another kid and collect, you know, my taxes from the government, my social whatever. And on top of that, he's going to have to pay child support anyway. So then she's sitting there without a job and like 5 kids, just getting money from everything.
The world is a crazy fucking place, dude.
It's wild.
The fact that mindset even exists, the fact that that's even oh, dude, there's a loophole out there. You know, if you think about it this way, you could do this, that, and the other. And people are out there going, you know,
that sounds pretty
actually,
good.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Like, what? Come on, man. You're not even trying. You're just not even trying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just wasn't raised that way, man. I wasn't raised to be like, oh yeah, you just feed off the system and take what you can get and, you know, like take all these handouts and just, no, I was raised, it's like, no, dude, if you want a cell phone, you can go buy a cell phone. If you want a car, you need $1,000 to go buy a car.
If you want your driver's license, you can get on your bike and ride all the fucking way across town and go get it.
You can go get it. And then, you know, and then you can ride back to the house with your driver's license and then we can start driving the car. You know, it was that kind of...
And then you can buy a car.
And then and then if you want a car, you can go buy yourself a car. It was, I don't know, I wasn't raised to ever like take handouts and just, I don't know, just
Yeah.
Have that weird entitlement, that expectancy.
Yeah, and the government has been making it easier and easier and easier.
I guess, and that's the thing. I don't look for that kind of shit either. So the fact that that's even a thing, that there are people out there that are like looking at ways to manipulate the system like that, I'm like, I trust me. Now, get me. I believe in manipulating the system in certain ways, right? Like if it benefits the majority of the people, and the government's fucked up and this, that, and the other, right? Like so within reason. But taking full advantage of it just to be like, oh, I'm gonna go out and create a child just so I can get money from some dude and fucking ruin his life.
How do you think they take care of that child? Well, they don't give a shit.
They don't give a shit. Yeah, that child grows up terrible.
On its own.
Yeah, for sure.
Basically.
So, anyways, it's just problems over here and problems over there. And
this is what I love about Tom. Creates conversation.
He's a conversation creator, man. Yeah, and look at the conversation we've had. Neither of us has gone, well, if it weren't for the left going this way, well, if it weren't for the right being, conservatives and doing.
Yeah. None
of those words ever came out of our mouths once. We just sat here and talked about it. Like we just talked about what he brought up. Like,
and it doesn't.
Is the government a little fucked up?
Here's the stupid thing. It doesn't matter left or right. There's a system that's in place that caters to the people to try to win their favor and continue to get their votes and continue to rely on me.
There's
I'm
a
your
system
friend.
that manipulates the entire society as a whole.
Yeah,
man, and turns it on each other a lot.
And dude, once you rely on them, they own you. After
fuck yeah, they do.
What's there left?
Yep, exactly. So, all right, let's keep going.
Carry on.
It's not the system, violence is a symptom, fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the world, baby girl. I'll paint you pink if that's okay. We'll encourage self-destruction through the music that you play. We divided all the men by trying politics and race, and honestly, it's working awesome. So for you, we'll do the same.
Wow.
Never teaching you to love yourself, inject you full of hate, objectify your sexuality, then blame you for the rape, and weaponize the differences that make our men and women great. Then just to screw with you, erase the genders. Everyone's the same. We'll empower you with rights to vote and fight for equal pay. Then have the men turn into women, and you'll fight for them again. But you thought you had it figured out, but everything has changed. Welcome to the system. Please enjoy your stay. Here's a Bible and a bottle of
Here, I'll fill in the blanks. Welcome to the system, bitch. Please enjoy your stay. Like, I love the points, man. I love the points that he brings up. He's like, hey, welcome to the world, baby girl. Like, we'll paint you pink, even if you're not okay with that. Okay. Like, if that's okay, we'll wrap you in this pink blanket, and then as you come up, we'll teach you to kind of hate yourself, and the only way you can self-value yourself is to find
objectify yourself
and find attention in that. But then we'll shame you for the rape that happened because of that. Well, if you weren't dressing that way and being blah blah blah. There's so many. He hits so many points in just a few lines, and it's
I love that when he talks about men turning into women, and then this, that, and the other. He goes, and just when you think you got it figured out, we change it all again.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, bro, I remember
a man can be a woman, and then you fight for him in the race, and it's like, wait a second, no, they're not built the same. Oh no, everybody's the same. There's no genders. Everyone's the same. And it's wait, what?
I remember when I was younger, learning about like people who have gay relationships, right? And I was like, okay, that's weird to me, but like, okay, cool. Like, that was easy to understand. And then they start talking about, oh, well, sometimes a guy wants to be a girl, and they call that a cross-dresser. And I'm like, that's weird, but okay, whatever. And then you have guys who turn into women who still date women, and then you're losing me, okay? Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. And then you have women who are guys who say... they're guys, and then they're pregnant with a dude who's a woman, and then you really lose me.
You lost me. I'm lost.
Like, I get it. If that's how you want to live your life, live your life. I have not a problem with that. What I have a problem with is I don't have to understand. That's your life. You don't have to understand my life. Why is it such a thing nowadays where on the internet they go, no, you have to understand where I'm coming from, and I will shove this down your throat till you understand.
Well, it's the weird being offended by everything, like if it's just that it's like you would go out there and you'd go, well, yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me, and for whatever reason, you saying that it doesn't make sense to you is offensive to somebody else who's supporting it. They're like, well, I don't understand why doesn't that make sense to you? And it's like, well, it's just not.
Just
not for me. It's not my thing. I don't want to sit here.
I don't understand what's going through that that person's
I don't want to
mind,
sit here and try and analyze that. Well, you don't have to do that. It's just how they are. And it's like, I do have to do that. I'm different. Like, I'm not you. I'm not like I need to sit here and analyze, because for me,
like,
it's an A and a B situation, right? Like, so I need to now figure out that there's all these different branching trees off of A, and then they're over here, and then B has got all these different. There's all these different pathways, right? I didn't know. So yeah, I just, for the most part, I don't care. Yeah. And I don't need you shoving that shit in my. Well, you need to be supportive of this. I'm not
against it.
I'm not against it. I'm not gonna come out here waving the flag for you. You know what I mean? Right. I don't care. Go do your thing, dude.
Like that's your flag. Represent that.
Do your thing.
Like, represent
I don't care.
your thing. Do whatever you want to do.
But when I sit out of your events, don't look at me as a protester. Don't look at me as someone who's like, oh, you don't like what we're doing. No, I just don't give a shit. Just like you don't give a shit what I'm doing in my garage, you know? Like, I'm working on. You don't care. You don't care that I'm putting something in my car in the garage. I don't care what you're doing. You know, doesn't matter.
Yeah. So, live your life.
Yeah. All right. Let's keep going.
For equal pay, then have the men turn into women, and you'll fight for them again. But you thought you had it figured out, but everything has changed. Welcome to the system. Please enjoy your stay. Here's a Bible and a bottle of the cheapest booze we make. Find a man who can take care of you to fill the holes we made. Buy a house and settle down, fulfill your duty, procreate, and make a couple babies who will also do the same. Welcome to the system.
No shit, dude.
Everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system. Everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the world, everybody. I'ma paint you black and white. I'ma make you hate each other so that everyone will fight.
Yep.
I'ma give you all religion, let the righteous find the light. But I will also give you science to oppose the word of Christ. And I'ma give you borders, they're imaginary lines. If you cross them, go to war and win when everybody dies. And I'ma give you money that you'll value more than life. And let the 1% have everything while you fight to survive. And then I'll give you politics, I'll call it left and right. And while you divide yourselves, I will conquer both the sides. Can't you see? I'm the system, my whole purpose is divide. What you choose will never matter because everything is mine.
Wow.
Welcome to the system.
Dude,
Everyone's a victim.
Dude, smart. Like, that's a smart way to think about it. Like, I'm the system. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you believe in. What I believe in will always create an opposing view somewhere. So it doesn't even matter. You can come at me with anything. It doesn't matter, because I'll take what you have and I'll go over here and go, hey, did you hear these guys are doing this thing over here? Yeah. What about this thing, huh? What about that thing, eh? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I don't have to do anything. I just watch these people go fight those people, and while I just sit in the background and collect my millions, you know, like boom, the
billions.
I guess, hundreds and beyond trillions, whatever the hell it is. I don't know, but yeah, what a cool perspective to come at it from, you know. Like, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Come at me with anything, dude. I will literally just create some opposing argument that will incite a riot over here that will cause that riot to clash with your riot over here, and I don't even have to do anything. All I did was go, hey, did you hear these guys are doing that thing over there? Crazy, huh? And then boom, which is a very simplified version of what he's talking about. But like, I mean, if you really think about it, that's kind of what the government does. Let's create a distraction over here so we're not worried about this thing over there. You know what I mean? Like, well, at least for the last decade or whatever it's been, you know what I mean? God, I don't know. I mean, probably longer.
I just 50 to 80 years for sure.
I just didn't pay as much attention when I was a kid because you know,
you're a kid.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that.
They're like, oh, it's just Potato Head now. It's not Mr. or Mrs. Potato Head. Okay, it's just Potato.
Is that
Head.
A real thing?
Yes.
Oh.
And I'm like, look, when I was that
so we need to get a Mr. Potato Head and put him up on the wall behind us and label him Mr. Potato Head. Yeah.
When I was
let's
young,
go to Mr. Potato Head.
When I was young, playing with Mr. Potato Head, that was the last thing on my mind. If he's
I had a Mr. and a Mrs. Potato Head. Who cares? Yeah. I didn't give a shit.
I just wanted to play.
Most of the time, I just wanted to set their faces up in weird configurations and put shoes on their noses and like eyeballs on their feet and stuff, and just make them look weird. That's
I don't understand why they push it on kids so hard.
Yeah,
like they'll figure it out when they're older. Here's the thing: everything in nature never has to be taught how to procreate or how to enjoy the things they enjoy. You know what? They just
it's
live
instinctual,
their life
right?
And they find it. Like
it's the shoving it in everybody's faces. Like, why do you have to? Why is it such a need that like as early on as you can be, it's like, all right, let's put these screens in front of their faces and get them exposed to all this fucking crazy shit that's going on in the world. And like, well, look, you have to think this way. You're going to see a lot of this, but make sure you think this and make sure you stay on this path and do this, that. And it's like, well, just let the person live.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just we've talked about it before. It just comes back to the fact that I'm glad I don't have to be like, going through high school and junior high and stuff right now, or doing any of that kind of shit, dude. It's got to be like growing up as a kid right now has got to be fucking crazy, and I don't know if I'd want to do it, honestly.
It's like no wonder so many of them suffer from depression. Like fuck, they're
no
so
shit,
confused
dude.
and don't know what to think. And
yeah, for sure. Even being an adult, man, with what's been going on in the advancement of technology and shit, man, it's overwhelming. Like technological stress is definitely a real thing, man. Like an overwhelming thing. All right, let's finish it out.
Fine. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong. Welcome to the system, everyone's a victim. Doesn't matter if you're black or white, it hates you all. Here inside the system, violence is a symptom. Fighting for what's right, but somehow everyone is wrong.
Damn.
Nova killing it again, man, as always.
And Evan Morgan, dude.
And
that mix is so good.
Yeah, amazing. And Tom built that crib.
Oh yeah.
He built that set, right? Oh, yeah. I was gonna make mention of the music too. I wanted to do that like at our first pause. But the music in the chorus is like, it almost reminds me of like a early 2000s video game boss battle music, like ding 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 ding,
yeah,
ding 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 ding.
Yeah,
like it just reminds me of like a weird Sonic boss battle or something like that. It's cool. I like it. I dig it.
What was that game back in the day where you were the fox and you had that little spaceship?
Star Fox, bro.
Was it Star Fox?
Yeah, Star Fox. I played
shit.
Star Fox 64. I played the shit out of that game, man.
I fucking.
Yeah. That was the one where like you had on N64, and that was the first game that came with the Rumble Pack.
Yeah,
it's like a 2-pound fucking, basically, I don't know, just a cartridge you chunked into the back of your controller that made the controller actually vibrate, because they didn't have that capability back in the day. So you had to buy a separate attachment.
Yeah.
And then they had like a Rumble Pack with the memory card attachment. You had to put a memory card in your controller to save your games.
Yeah.
And
you had to go to channel 3.
Or 4. It depends on your RF adapter. Some of them had selectable channels, but yeah, you had to have an RF adapter. No one knows what we're talking about right now. Well, some people do. Some of you guys do.
Some folks.
A lot of our Hog fan probably does, actually, honestly, because they're like, my age.
Dude, I was telling that to somebody. I was like, bro, do you remember the day when we played video games on Channel 3? This guy's like, what, like Channel 3 had video games?
Well,
I was like,
kind of.
Dude, you plug your shit into the TV and you go to Channel 3 and that's where it would
That's where it popped up.
And he's like, no way.
Channel 3
dude,
often...
Like, for real? Like, you couldn't just plug it in and then select your input? I'm like, no, dude, they didn't have inputs.
Yeah, do you remember Channel 3? Like, Channel 3 would have, like, little ads playing. It would be, like, little local advertisements, and then it would, like, flip over. It was just, like, a reoccurring PowerPoint or something that played on there. And, yeah, you set your RF adapter. You basically splice in the cable into this little selector box that switches over to the game box, and you just... click it on.
Good to go.
There we go, playing games.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah.
It was wild to me that, like, fuck, dude, I felt old.
Oh, you will. Yeah, that'll become a thing more and more. Definitely. Yep.
Well, what do you give this for a hat rating? I think...
Do we have to? I mean, do we even have to?
Grandfathered in, bro.
Yeah,
5 out of 5 all day.
And honestly, this is a really good subject. I like it when he does the like semi-political. Like, he doesn't get political, but he brings up political topics that are like, this is an issue that's going on right now, man. Like, this is the thing we need to look at. So,
yeah. No.
What happened? Did you lose stuff?
No. I just
we're done, right?
Okay. Just because.
Fair enough.
If you guys didn't see us on the Three Wheel Bicycle Podcast on Facebook,
yeah.
Go ahead and check it out. Like, it's not the most professional looking podcast. It's not, something elaborate or nice, but we did have a really good time.
And what we talked about with them is like, they have all of the steps kind of, they're taking the right steps, right? So they're at a point right now where their equipment is not the greatest, because no one's equipment is the greatest when you start. Like, my equipment, I still wouldn't consider my equipment the greatest. Like, it breaks and falls apart on us all the goddamn time.
Yep.
And so, like, but they're they know that, and they're looking at the processes to like upgrade that stuff, and they know that what they need to do. They know they need to get better lighting. They know they need better audio equipment. Like, I think their backdrop is actually pretty dope. I think it looks pretty good. It's a little busy. But I think overall it looks pretty good. If you could have direct mics in front of everybody so you could hear what was going on a little better, then I think it would help to kind of calm things down a little bit. But still a great time. We had a great time.
But one of the things we talked about, Tom Macdonald and Ryan Upchurch and stuff, and Jake, who's one of the other guys, he's like, man, I might be the unpopular opinion, but I just don't
like him. Yeah.
And he's like, not that I disagree with his messages, but I don't agree either. And so I'm like, okay, all right, yeah, that's good. Like, you don't have to agree with everything.
Yep.
Here's the thing.
Does he get you thinking?
Did you hear him out?
Yeah.
Like, did you listen? Like, that's the important
thing.
And
by the end of that conversation, we all even ended up agreeing, even all the guys in the room even ended up agreeing, like, because I was like, I just appreciate the fact that he's not out here, like, he's
spewing bullshit.
He's not out here talking about banging hookers and doing drugs and like being a thug and owning a bunch of cars and shit. He doesn't ever talk about that stuff. He only ever talks about, like, what's going on. Does he flex every once in a while?
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
But does he have the right to?
That's the thing. If you had what he had, you would flex a little bit too. Every now and then, of course, you would flex, dude.
Yeah.
But overall, he doesn't bullshit, man. He comes out and he talks about shit that is like legitimate. It will get you talking. It gets you talking with the people around you about issues that are real, you know, and not in a political way. It's just like, damn, yeah, that is kind of fucked up how that's going on, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, and by the end of that conversation, everyone in the room was like, actually, yeah, man, he does. Yeah. He makes really good points, and he's not trying to be something he's not.
Although I didn't peg Jake for a Miley Cyrus guy. That was kind of weird. That threw me for a loop.
He said pop punk, and I was like, it's got to be MGK. It's got to be MGK. And then he said Miley Cyrus, and I was like, is she pop punk? I think she's more just pop.
I was like, wait, she's doing pop punk now? Yeah, he's like, well, no, but like,
yeah, I was like,
the way she act on stage and shit. And I'm like, okay, well, I
fair
guess
enough.
I can see that.
She definitely is known for like, hey, you can't do this and that, and she's like, oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what I'm going to do on stage.
Yeah, right.
So I can appreciate that. But yeah, I did not expect him to say Miley Cyrus.
Yeah.
Like, okay, bro, cool.
So anyway, if you guys want to check that out. They're super nice dudes.
It was fun.
Cool.
We had a really good time.
But yeah, don't forget, we're going to be going live
May 28th.
May 28th. Okay?
Yes. And this motherfucker is going to shave that beard for $1,500. You guys are going to help us,
guys. This is a $1,500 beard. I've been working on it for years.
Then what we can do is, if we do reach that goal, we'll buy all the equipment, keep it all in the boxes. We'll do some unboxing videos of all of it and let you guys know kind of what you guys bought us and like why it helps us and what it does. So
absolutely,
be there for that. Make sure you're there, and we'll keep reminding you guys throughout the weeks and things like that. So,
well, if you guys like this episode as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang. And with that, we'll see you guys next time. Ow! I went to take off my headphones and they were like already off.